Give this message a minute to change the way you see your struggle. God is about to intervene in your life in ways you didn't expect. If you've been tired of carrying stress, worried about bills, relationships, or your future, stop trying to fix it all yourself. This is not just encouragement. This is your breakthrough moment. Stay tuned, because what God is about to do will shock your enemies, shift your circumstances, and turn your weariness into victory. You've been telling yourself, if I don't do it, it won't get done. But let me tell you right now, it's not yours to handle. Somebody watching, type that in the comments. It's not mine to handle. Say it like you mean it, because this declaration is the key to letting go. You were never meant to carry what only God can carry. You were never meant to fight battles that aren't yours to fight, to control outcomes that aren't yours to control, or to keep lifting people who should be standing on their own. I know what you're thinking, but I can't just do nothing. If I don't try, it's going to fall apart. Listen closely, church. Stopping doesn't mean doing nothing. It means letting go of control and letting God move. It means trusting the process, trusting the timing, and trusting that the power behind your situation is greater than anything you've been trying to do on your own. Trusting God's process is one of the hardest things you'll ever do, but it's also the most powerful. So many of us want instant results. We want breakthroughs yesterday. We want doors open right now. But faith isn't about rushing God. Faith is about standing firm while He moves at the perfect time. Somebody in the comments, type it with me. I trust God's process. Say it like you mean it, because your words declare alignment with heaven. You've got to understand. Every season you've been through, the setbacks, the heartbreak, the stress, the struggle, has a purpose. God is not wasting a single moment of your story. He is using everything to prepare you for a level of victory that's greater than you can imagine. I know it's frustrating. I know some of you feel like you've been trying everything and nothing works, but here's the truth. God's process cannot fail. His timing cannot be out of order. And when you finally let go of the need to control everything, that's when His perfect plan starts to unfold. Family, let me get real with you. Your breakthrough doesn't come because you're strong. It doesn't come because you worked harder or sacrificed more. It comes because there's a higher power orchestrating things you cannot see. And when you finally release your grip, when you finally stop trying to handle it all, that's when you'll feel the shift. That's when the pressure starts turning into opportunity. That's when your struggle becomes your story of victory. I want you to hear this. Your struggle is not a setback. It's a setup. Your pain is not the end. It's a prelude to your promotion and the breakthrough you've been praying for. It's already being prepared for you behind the scenes. All you have to do is trust, stay faithful, and keep believing. Somebody shout amen. If you're ready to stop carrying what's not yours to carry, hit that like button to declare your faith. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next word that's going to shift your life. Family, the process may feel long. The weight may feel heavy, but when you trust God's timing, when you surrender control, when you stop trying to fix what only He can fix, that's when miracles happen. That's when favor shows up. That's when doors open that no one can close. That's when your story flips from struggle to victory. So right now, type in the comments, I trust God's timing. I release it to Him. Hit like, subscribe, and declare it out loud, because when you do, heaven hears, and your breakthrough moves closer with every word you speak. Now listen carefully. It's one thing to wait. It's another thing to position yourself to receive your breakthrough. God has already started working behind the scenes, but your breakthrough will only manifest when you activate it with faith, obedience, and expectancy. Somebody in the comments, type it with me. I am ready for my breakthrough. Say it loud, because your words are the invitation for God to move. You see, Faith without action is like a car without gas. It's not going anywhere. You've got to align your steps with what God is doing. And that starts with your mind, your heart, and your spirit. First, you have to release control completely. Stop trying to manipulate situations or force outcomes. Stop thinking you know the best way to make things happen. Let go of the worry, the stress, the "I've got to fix this" mentality. When you do, you make space for God's supernatural favor to flow into your life. And family favor moves faster than anything you can hustle for. It opens doors, creates opportunities, and shifts situations that no human effort could ever touch. Second, you have to declare what you believe. Speak life over your situation. Speak victory over what looks impossible. Speak alignment over your season. Somebody needs to hear this. No more stress. I'm talking to the one who's been holding your breath under pressure, to the one who's been worrying nonstop about bills, relationships, health, or the future. That weight on your shoulders, that constant anxiety that keeps you awake at night. God says, stop carrying it. Stop stressing. It's not yours to handle. Somebody watching, type it in the comments. No more stress. Say it like you mean it, because every word you speak is a declaration over your life. Family stress doesn't solve anything. It only steals your peace, your joy, and your focus. God never intended for his children to live in constant tension. He wants you free, walking in faith, trusting him completely. Listen carefully. Stress is the enemy's weapon, designed to distract you, slow you down, and make you doubt God's plan. But God is bigger than every problem, bigger than every struggle, and bigger than every worry. He is saying today, you don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to handle everything. Let me fight for you. Family, I want you to understand this. When you release stress, when you stop trying to control everything, you create room for God's peace to flow. You create space for his favor, his provision, and his supernatural intervention. And here's the secret. Peace is a pathway to your breakthrough. The calmer your heart, the clearer your vision, the stronger your faith, the faster God moves. Somebody shout, Amen, if you're ready to let go of stress. Hit that like button and comment, I release stress, I receive peace. Family, every time you worry, you're trying to do God's job. And that's exhausting. That's why you've been drained, why you've felt hopeless at times. But the moment you let go, the moment you stop carrying it, miracles start to flow. Church, hear me. You don't have to fix your finances, your relationships, or your career alone. You don't have to stress about your health, your future, or what other people think. God is already in your situation. He's already moving. The very things that made you anxious are the same things God is about to turn in your favor. Family, I want you to see it like this. Stress is like trying to drive a car with the brakes on. You've been pushing, grinding, and straining. But when you release the brakes, when you let God take over, you move forward with speed, clarity, and purpose. Your breakthroughs come faster. Your joy comes easier. Your victory becomes undeniable. So I'm telling somebody right now, no more stress. No more carrying what isn't yours. No more worrying about things you cannot control. Trust God. Release it. Speak peace over your life. Watch how the supernatural starts showing up. And while you're doing that, family, do 3 things. Comment, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next powerful word that will lift you even higher. Remember, God's plan is greater than your pressure. His peace is stronger than your anxiety, and his favor is bigger than your fear. So stop stressing, start trusting, and watch your life transform before your eyes. Type it in the comments. I speak victory over my life. When you declare it, your words activate your faith. You're no longer just waiting for change. You're partnering with God to bring it into reality. You have to stay consistent in your faith. Don't let one delay, one disappointment, one setback shake your trust. Consistency builds momentum. Consistency positions you perfectly to catch the blessing God is sending, even when it feels like nothing is happening, even when doors remain closed, even when people doubt you. Consistency keeps you in alignment with the breakthrough that is already on its way. Family, I want you to understand this clearly. Breakthroughs are not always instant, but they are inevitable when you cooperate with God. The moment you stop carrying what isn't yours, the moment you start speaking life over your situation, the moment you remain steadfast in faith, that is the moment the invisible becomes visible. That is the moment your prayers meet God's power. That is the moment your story turns from struggle to triumph. And listen to me, miracles, favor, restoration, and blessings often come through unexpected channels. Someone might show up to help you. An opportunity might appear out of nowhere. A door might open that you didn't even know existed. Church, this is your time to rise. Stop carrying burdens that aren't yours. Start speaking life over your season. Stay faithful in your actions and trust God in His timing. And right now, do 3 things. Comment, "I am ready for my breakthrough." Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next word that will push you even closer to your victory. Remember this: your breakthrough isn't coming because of luck. It's coming because of God's faithfulness, your faith, and your obedience. And when it arrives, it will surpass every expectation, every struggle, every tear you've shed. It will be bigger, stronger, and more powerful than anything you've ever imagined. Somebody in the comments declare it. God, I am ready. I receive my breakthrough. Say it loud, believe it deep, and get ready to watch God move like never before. Your time of breakthrough is not tomorrow, not next week. It is now. Family, I want to take a moment to speak directly to you. The one who's been listening, the one who's tired, the one who's been praying and waiting for change. I want you to know, today, God is not done with you. He sees your struggles, He knows your heart, and He is about to move on your behalf in ways you cannot yet imagine. Before we go any further, I want you to do 3 things right now. Comment, "I receive this prayer." Hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any word that is going to shift your life. Because family, what we're about to do together is powerful. It's supernatural, and it's for your breakthrough. Church, I also want to remind you, this ministry exists to encourage, uplift, and speak life into people just like you. Every video, every message, every prayer is here because God has called us to serve and stand in the gap for those who need a word from heaven. If you feel led today, support this ministry. Whether it's through a super thanks, becoming a member, or sharing this message with someone else, every act of support allows us to reach more people, pray over more lives, and declare God's favor over families all around the world. Now, family, I want to pray over every single person who is watching and listening right now. I want you to feel the presence of God like never before. Heavenly Father, we thank you today for every person watching this message. You know their struggles. You know their weariness. You know their battles. Lord, I ask that you step into their situation right now. Touch their finances, touch their relationships, touch their health, and touch every area of their life where they've been stressed, anxious, or discouraged. Lord, bring supernatural provision, divine connections, and favor that cannot be explained. Give them peace that surpasses understanding, courage to keep moving forward, and faith to trust you even when they cannot see the way. Father, I pray that you remove the burden of worry and stress from their lives. Replace fear with confidence, doubt with assurance, and frustration with joy. Let them feel your love in a tangible way. Let them know, right now, that it's not theirs to handle. You are handling it, Lord. Speak breakthroughs into their homes, their work, their ministries, and their futures. Open doors that no one can close, and let every plan of the enemy be overturned. Church, I want you to feel this as I pray for you. God is positioning you for what you've been waiting for. He's sending help from unexpected places. He's moving on your behalf in ways you cannot yet see. And it all begins when you release control, trust Him, and stay in faith. Somebody type it in the comments. I receive this prayer. Family, when God steps in, everything changes. Suddenly, what felt impossible starts to shift. Doors you thought were closed swing wide open. Opportunities you didn't see coming show up right in your lap. People who doubted you start noticing you. Situations that seemed stuck start moving. And it all begins the moment you stop trying to carry it on your own. I want you to hear this. God doesn't need your stress. He doesn't need your worry. He doesn't need your panic. He only needs your trust. The moment you let go and let Him work, He starts rearranging things behind the scenes in ways you can't even imagine. He lines up connections, resources, and favor that you didn't see coming. He puts the right people in your life at the right time. And suddenly, it feels like everything is finally falling into place. Somebody needs to hear this today. Type it in the comments. God, I trust you. Let the Spirit move through your declaration, because as soon as you release control, you open the door for His power to operate. And I'm telling you, family, when God moves, He doesn't just nudge the situation a little. He flips it upside down. He turns loss into gain, pain into promotion, delay into divine timing. I know some of you have been wondering, when is my breakthrough coming? How will I know it's real? Let me tell you something. You'll know it's real when your heart starts to feel lighter, when your mind begins to clear, when things you prayed for start lining up in ways you didn't even plan. God doesn't always move the way we expect Him to move, but when He does, He moves with perfection. And that perfect timing is coming for you, church. I want you to understand this. You've been worrying about what's out of your control, and that worry has been draining you. But worry doesn't change anything. Faith does. Faith allows God to step in. Faith allows Him to rearrange the situation while you rest. Faith allows Him to take what was broken and rebuild it better than you ever imagined. Somebody in the comments say it with me. My faith moves God. And listen, family, what looks impossible to you is just an opportunity for God to show up and prove Himself faithful. And when He does, you will look back and realize that all those nights of struggle, all that stress, all that pain, it wasn't wasted. It was preparing you for this exact moment. I'm telling somebody right now, your breakthrough is about to shock the people around you. Your life is about to change in a way that makes everyone say, "How did that happen?" But you'll know. You'll know it's God because nothing else explains it. Doors that were locked open, favor that wasn't earned shows up, opportunities that weren't visible appear, and it all started the moment you let go and trusted Him. So family, I want you to take a moment right now. Type in the comments, God is moving in my life. And don't forget, if this message is speaking to you, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next word that's going to change your life. I'm telling you, the best is yet to come, and you want to be here for every single part of it. Remember, this God doesn't just step in, He steps up. He doesn't just make a plan, He executes it perfectly, and the victory He brings. It will blow your mind, so stop trying to handle it. Stop trying to force it, and start watching God work. Your breakthrough is closer than you think, and it's about to show up in ways that will leave you praising, shouting, and celebrating. Subscribe and declare it. I release it, Lord. I trust you. God is moving in my life. And family, I want you to remember, supporting this ministry isn't just about giving. It's about participating in what God is doing in the lives of countless people. Every share, every donation, every subscription is a seed planted in faith that multiplies blessing. And while you support, know that we are praying over you, declaring favor over you, and standing in agreement with heaven for your breakthrough. So I want you to take a deep breath right now. Feel the presence of God and declare it out loud. I release it to God. I receive His provision. I trust Him for my breakthrough. Hit like, comment, subscribe. And if you feel led, support this ministry today, because every step you take in faith brings your miracle closer. Family, your time is now. God's help is coming. Your stress is lifting. Your breakthrough is real. And as you continue to trust Him, watch how everything aligns perfectly for your life. Heaven is on your side, and nothing can stop what God has planned for you.